Hey you guys, it's Britt. Today I wanted to jump on and share my thoughts on the recent situation with Patrickstarrr and Rare Beauty. I had a few, so if you're interested, please keep watching. Hey guys, so I have a little bit of a ranty video for you today. I'm pretty heated about this one. I'm going to try to keep my composure during this video and present it in a meaningful way, but I am pretty salty about this. So, if you guys don't know, Selena Gomez just came out with a beauty line that's being sold at Sephora. It's called Rare Beauty. It is I would consider it a middle of the road sort of price range. It's in line with like Tarte, Fenty, maybe even Becca. It's middle of the road. It's definitely not luxury. It's not like a Pat McGrath or a Chantecaille, but it's definitely not on the lower end like a Sephora collection or obviously something at the drugstore. So the whole celebrity makeup brand thing, whatever. I am not a huge fan of celebrities coming out with makeup lines, but I like Fenty Beauty. So Rihanna's a celebrity. Like, I like a lot of stuff from Fenty that I've tried. So I'm kind of over that as far as it being, oh, it's a cash grab. Everyone's doing cash grabs, okay? When James Charles wanted to get into the music industry, nobody stopped him at the door and said, no, you're a YouTuber, you're not allowed to sing. All of these YouTubers that try to become rappers and singers and all this kind of stuff, fashion designers. So, the whole like line in the sand thing, that's whatever. Do I think that sometimes it can be a cash grab? Sure. But I'm not going to not buy something from a celebrity beauty brand just because it's a celebrity. If it's something that interests me, I'll buy it and I'll try it. Unless it's a celebrity that I just outright do not support, then obviously I'm not going to give my money to that celebrity. Now, Rare Beauty was just launched last week, and I am actually on their website right now. I'm not even on Sephora. And I want to read a little bit about the brand to you guys before I tell you what Mr. Patrickstarrr decided to do. So before I read you this, I do want to tell you guys kind of my personal opinion on Selena Gomez. I could take her or leave her. I've never been a super fan of her, but I've also not been on like the hate train against her. I know a lot of people don't like her. I'm in the middle. I could take it or leave it. This brand, there are a couple things that maybe eventually I will try, but I also want to see what else they come to the table with before I make a decision and run out and buy something. As of right now, to be completely honest, there is nothing that stands out to me like, ooh, I have to try that right now. So, Selena, take her or leave her. I'm a very neutral person in this, but the meaning behind this brand is second to none. So let's read about it. It says, about us, Rare Beauty is breaking down the unrealistic standards of perfection. This is makeup made to feel good in without hiding what makes you unique. Because Rare Beauty is not about being someone else, but being who you are. I think that's awesome. So let me scroll down. Here it has some photos of Selena Gomez with what looks to be no makeup on, and it says, a note from our founder. I think Rare Beauty can be more than a beauty brand. It can make an impact. I want us all to stop comparing ourselves to each other and just start embracing your own uniqueness. And then it says, a founder quote, being rare is about being comfortable with yourself. I've stopped trying to be perfect. I just want to be me, Selena Gomez. So I think that's awesome. For starters, beautiful message. I think that in this age, and I have a video coming, I haven't filmed it yet. I want to talk about confidence in the age of Instagram influencers and Facetune and Photoshop and all of these things. I have talked about it a little bit on my channel, but now that I have a larger audience, I do want to discuss it again because I think it's really important. It is very easy to scroll on Instagram and see these, guys and girls with unrealistic skin. Their bodies are like, just curvy in all the right places. There's no pores on the face. There's no fine lines. And it has created an unattainable level of what beauty is. And it's troublesome. I think it's troublesome not only for really young adults, but I think it's troublesome for everyone, depending on how your mind dissects these sort of situations when you're looking at photos online. I don't think that it just needs to be grouped into, oh, well, it's young adults being affected. I think that it can be people of all ages, all races, all genders. That's just my personal opinion. I do realize that a lot of people discuss the young adult because their minds are still forming, their self-esteem could be very low. But I personally think that that could be applied to anyone. But I do understand why it's a focus for young people. So let's read the mission. It says, we are on a mission to help everyone celebrate their individuality by redefining what beautiful means. We want to promote self-acceptance and give people the tools they need to feel less alone in the world. Our vision is to create a safe, welcoming space in beauty and beyond that supports mental well-being across age, gender identity, sexual orientation, race and cultural background, physical or mental ability, and perspective. That's awesome. That's kind of, what I was just talking about, how these issues of taking in all of these perfect people on social media can affect everybody. We believe in the beauty of imperfections. We nurture a caring, respectful community. Remember that. We create meaningful connections and relationships. We champion authenticity and positivity. We lead with transparency to build trust. We believe there is power in being vulnerable. That is all on the About Us section. I also want to read about their Rare Impact Fund. And this can all be found on their website if you guys want to go back and read it for yourself. But I'm going to read this as quick as I can, just so that we have a full picture of what this brand is about. And then I'm going to focus on Patrickstarrr. It says, our goals, the Rare Impact Fund. The goal of the Rare Impact Fund is to raise $100 million over the next 10 years to help address the gaps in mental health services for underserved communities. From the first rare beauty products sold onward, 1% of all sales, as well as funds raised from partners, will be dedicated to the Rare Impact Fund that aims to increase access to mental health resources. And especially right now, mental health is at an all-time high as far as people having mental health crises, issues. So for a brand to come out right now and, 1%, some people might say, oh, well, it's only 1%. 1% of a brand that is selling millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars worth of product is amazing. And they're not saying, oh, we're just going to do it on the month of May once a year. This is all the time. Assuming that they are allocating the funds properly and actually doing what they're promising, which I have no reason not to believe them, this is huge. We are cultivating partnerships with leading foundations, nonprofit organizations, and companies to make a measurable global impact. If you are interested in contributing or want to learn more about the Rare Impact Fund, please contact us at, and it lists an email address. Rare Beauty has also created the Rare Beauty Mental Health Council, composed of expert advisors from leading universities, organizations, and companies focused on mental health. The council will guide the company's strategy to ensure maximum impact. Members of the Rare Beauty Mental Health Council include, and it lists a bunch of different psychiatrists and different activists and all kinds of things here. It also lists support and resources. It talks about the National Alliance on Mental Illness, lists their phone number, the Trevor Project, which I love the Trevor Project, what they stand for, and it also lists the Sad Girls Club. They also have a challenge, the hashtag We Are Rare. It says, we empower our rare beauty community to challenge beauty norms by shaping positive conversations about self-acceptance and mental health. Our community is inclusive, welcoming, and connected. We are rare. Join the conversation, join the community. Remember that it says our community is inclusive, welcoming, and connected. You guys will also notice, I'm going to throw up some screen grabs of some of the products. They have this packaging on the foundation and the concealer where it has a little ball on the top of it, and this was designed with people that suffer from arthritis in mind, which I think is something that I personally haven't heard from any other beauty brand, at least mainstream that I know of. And they created that so that it's easier for people with arthritis. It just makes it easier for people who have issues opening containers to be able to open the product. Now that we know a little bit about Rare Beauty, awesome statements, awesome vision. I think that it's really special. Patrickstarrr is a YouTuber who has 4.4 million subscribers as at the time that I'm filming this. He recently came out with his own beauty brand, and it is called One Size. I'm going to read a little bit about the brand, and then I will tell you guys my thoughts on his recent review of Rare Beauty. It says, inspired by our founder and digital icon, Patrickstarrr, One Size is redefining beauty by elevating the voices of the unheard. One Size is a beauty brand driving kindness and individuality through meaningful connection, profound storytelling, and innovative artistry. We make space for everyone to belong in our movement for radical expression. One Size is committed to delivering extraordinary products and larger-than-life performances. Makeup is a one-size-fits-all. And then it has a video of Patrickstarrr, and that is it. So that is their mission statement. It's 2 paragraphs, and the second isn't really even a paragraph. So, why am I talking about these 2 brands today, you might ask? And I want to say I don't own a single product from either one of these brands, so it's not like I have used one brand and not the other. Like, I own nothing from either one of them. So let's see what day he decided to end his career. September 6th, Patrickstarrr did a video called What I Think of Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty line. And the thumbnail is really cringy in my opinion. He's kind of making this face, and then it says, I don't know girl on the thumbnail. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care for the thumbnail. I realized that he was trying to draw views, because if you look at his views, for having basically 4.5 million subscribers, his videos do not get fantastic views anymore. Looking back, now this one that I'm discussing, Selena Gomez, has 472,000 views, but that's because everyone's talking about it. Everyone's unhappy with how he handled this, so people are watching it. The video before that, My Assistant Does My Makeup, has 246,000. Then he gave his best friend a makeover that has 66,000. Full Face of Unproblematic Beauty Brands, 122,000. The Truth About Fenty Skin, 189,000. People were curious about Fenty Skin. I don't know, maybe that's, drew some views as well. But then he unveiled his collection that had 286. You would think for someone with 4.5 million subscribers, when they come out with a beauty brand, I would expect more than 286,000 views personally. If I had that many subscribers, I would hope for at least 1 million views, unveiling my one and only makeup brand that I worked so hard on. I would hope for 1 million views, like out of 4.5 million people. That's just me. So his views are down. I think people have kind of lost interest. I've talked about this before. The big beauty guru train is leaving the station. I don't think people are super interested in this catty, phony, entitled sort of attitude that a lot of them have been giving off over the last couple of years, especially. Yeah, their mission statement for One Size is very underwhelming. I don't know. Reading this, I'm not, driven to the brand to be like, wow, like they're doing something really special. To me, this is just another influencer beauty brand, in my personal opinion. His price range is middle of the road as well. Eyeliner, $19. Sparkle eyeshadow, $22. But I also put his 2 first products in my anti-haul. He has these makeup remover wipes and a makeup dissolving mist. Makeup remover wipes are A, terrible for your skin, and B, really bad for the environment. I'm not a fan of makeup wipes unless I was in a situation where I had to use them. I would never buy them. Even if I was traveling, I would be more apt to just use my face wash with a washcloth at the hotel and not buy makeup wipes. I'm just not an advocate for makeup wipes. And on top of it, his makeup wipes are $15. So even if you were in a pinch, I personally think that that's a lot of money for disposable makeup wipes. Okay, let me get back to the video. I'm sorry if this is like a little scattered, but this just has me like, I don't know. I'm just so done with these big beauty gurus. So first of all, he goes through the pamphlet that came with the products, tells people like this is what's in the brand, this is cute, whatever, and then he gets into the application. I don't think that he is one of those people who can realize like, okay, maybe not everyone likes full coverage, matte, baking, crazy makeup. Like there are brands out there that are very successful and they have nothing full coverage, nothing to do with like, the translucent powder baking, like that's just not their vibe, and they're very successful. One of the brands that I think of is Glossier. Glossier is very successful. They don't have anything full coverage in their line. And, on the luxury side, if you look at like Chantecaille, like all of their makeup is very glowy, very easy to use. So he wanted this to be something that it wasn't, and therefore he almost like knocked it down a few pedestals because it wasn't what he wanted, I guess. The complexion products, he's kind of like, oh, well, it's watery, it's bubbling. I don't know what bubbling, like, I don't know why you would need to say that. And then says, maybe I'll use it on a day when I don't, want a lot of makeup or whatever. So in the middle of the video, he decides to show his ad for his brand.
Nice. Are y'all tired of seeing my ad? My ad has been seen everywhere on TikTok, in Times Square, in Instagram, on YouTube. I've been getting so many comments like, oh my God, Patrick's visionary ad is everywhere. Visionary.
And gloat about how he was on, he was in Times Square and his ad was shown on Instagram. Me personally, I haven't seen a single ad for his brand on Instagram, and I'm on Instagram a fair amount. And my beauty page is all I follow are beauty brands and beauty influencers. So I feel like over the last month, I would have seen it at least once, but I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. The part of this video that really bugged me, one of the few parts that really bugged me, was when he used the liquid eyeliner. So he uses the liquid eyeliner and then he goes and shows his liquid eyeliner. and puts a swatch side by side on his hand. And he's like, oh, you see how mine is so much more black and so much more opaque? And he's literally showing them side by side. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, you couldn't even leave your own brand out of one review. You just couldn't do it. Like, have a seat and let Selena Gomez have her time to shine. Like, I think that part of the reason that he's so salty is because his brand is not selling like what he was probably expecting it to. I think that his, announcement video goes to show that maybe people are losing interest in Patrickstarrr and they just haven't unsubscribed. I don't know. I'm speculating. It's all alleged. But it was just really cringy. The way that he did this video, there are a lot of beauty gurus who have, even if you think of like Jeffree Star, I cannot stand Jeffree Star, okay? I've made that very clear on my channel before. But when Jeffree Star is reviewing a product, the reviews that I have seen at least, and I could be wrong, but the times I've seen him review other brands' products, he doesn't chime in and say, oh, well, you can just buy my eyeshadow palette available at jeffreestarcosmetics.com. Like, I haven't personally seen that, and again, I could be wrong, but it's just so trashy to me. For Selena Gomez to come out with a meaningful brand and, have this really strong message behind it of everyone's beautiful, and the mental health sector of the brand is so empowering to anyone dealing with any sort of mental health issue. So I'm not a fan of this video. I am not a subscriber of his, never have been, but I think he really shot himself in the foot with this because it was so cringy and entitled. And honestly, this is just another example of how entitled these beauty influencers have gotten, where a freaking celebrity can't even come out with a beauty brand that has a really good message without him plugging his own brand during it and comparing her products to his. It's a completely different brand. We're not comparing like dupes. Like, this wasn't like a dupes video where it might have made sense to say, okay, we'll see where this eyeliner is a lot darker, it's more opaque, this one might be worth your money. Like, there are videos where it can make sense to do that, but reviewing a celebrity's beauty brand for the first time is not the time or the place to plug your own brand. He needs to get over himself in a major way, and if people were uninterested before, I think that this might just send his channel into a nosedive as far as views go. And he also turned off the likes and dislikes on the video. Once he had 10,000 likes and 10,000 dislikes, he decided to turn off the likes. Let's read some of the recent comments. Oh, someone said, so Patrick, tell me why you turned off the likes and dislikes. Someone else said, here's some advice. If you don't have anything nice to say about Selena's makeup line, then don't say anything at all. Keep your negativity to yourself and let Selena have her moment and shine. This had the opposite effect because now I will never buy one size. I just unsubscribed. He turned off the dislikes. I don't like how he would talk about his brand and especially comparing his brand to hers. This is a review for Selena's brand. It's okay to compare to other brands, but not your own brand because you're obviously just choosing yours over anyone else's brand. Patrick is a wannabe. The countdown to the apology video. Someone said, highly disappointed, Patrick. You don't have to agree on a certain brand, but to totally almost drag it while promoting your own brand, this is extremely tacky. I'm kind of tired of the beauty community on YouTube thinking they can gatekeep makeup. You're not revolutionary. Makeup is so diverse. Just because it wasn't your style doesn't mean it's not good makeup. Massive cringe. Oh, this is interesting. Someone said, I haven't watched you in years, and wow, your self-entitlement and attitude have only grown. Now I remember why I unsubscribed. Someone said, I liked you, not anymore. Unfollowing and unsubscribing. Someone said, aren't you the guy that looked a fan up and down for asking for a selfie? Yikes. Yeah, they're talking about a few years ago, I think it was at BeautyCon, a fan went up to Patrickstarrr and asked for a photo, and the way that Patrickstarrr like looked at this fan was just like, he was being so inconvenienced, and just, how dare someone ask to take a photo with me? It was disgusting. Like, I remember when all of that happened, I really was so happy that I wasn't a subscriber of his, because it was just so embarrassing. Shady and super arrogant missed the whole point of her makeup line. Yeah, he doesn't get it, and he took this as an opportunity to plug his own brand and really shot himself in the foot. You know, and instead of going on and apologizing once he got called out, instead of going on and apologizing, he turned off the likes and dislikes. I'm actually surprised he hasn't closed the comments on this video. The video should have been taken down immediately, and what should have happened was he should have come out with an apology and said, hey guys, I'm really sorry. I really messed up. I have been super excited to have my own brand, and I should have known better than to compare any of Selena's products to mine. It was a huge mistake. It won't happen again, and I'm really sorry, and I hope that you guys will accept this apology from me. And apologize to Selena as well. Instead, he goes on, I think it was Instagram stories, and decided to talk about how he had been called names and how people have been mean to him. And, you know, it's the victim mentality. It's all about, well, I screwed up. Instead of saying I screwed up and admitting that I was completely wrong, I'm going to turn this into a situation of, well, this is why I'm this way. This is why I did something this way. This is why I said that, because people have been mean to me. It's honestly mind-blowing. I didn't listen to his apology because I don't care to waste my life on that. But I know the general idea of it. So it's just a really, really, really bad taste. And, you know, he could have been reviewing anyone's makeup line. He could have been reviewing Fenty Beauty when it first came out. And if he said this, I would have the same stance on it. I think the reason that it really, really hits a little deeper for me is because Rare Beauty has such an amazing meaning behind it. And you can tell from their mission statement that this is way more than just a beauty brand for them. So I just think it's gross. Like that's all I can really say about it. I had no interest in trying anything from one size. I definitely don't now. Even if they in the future, you know, came out with something that I really wanted to try, I would look for it from another brand. Yeah, so those are my thoughts. You know, I honestly think that 2019 and 2020 have been the years of beauty gurus and influencers really showing their asses on the internet. Really showing how entitled, selfish, egotistical, just toxic they are. And that's why I say, I've said this in a couple of videos recently, I really think that we are on a, you know, pendulum, and I think it's about to swing back the other way. I think that the subscribers are craving something more realistic. I think that they're tired of being sold to, you know, every couple weeks on, you have to buy this, or, oh, I have a collab coming out, or I have new merch coming out. it's all too much. Like we've gone through that phase of YouTube where people maxed out their credit cards buying all this makeup that was being recommended to them. Those days, I think, are in the past. So I'm not a know-it-all or anything like that, but based on what I see and hear from my subscribers and other people on other channels, I do think that people have had enough of being sold to. So and I think that they've also had enough of supporting super toxic creators. And at this point, if you're going to subscribe to someone and build them up to 4.5 million subscribers and they're going to act like an asshole, they're going to lose their following very quickly. I don't think people are going to hang around for the apologies and the I'm sorry and all of this. They're just going to lose interest and move on to something else, because there are so many amazing creators on this platform who continue to put out videos every single day. And I think that they would rather give attention to someone like that and hope that that person doesn't do what the bigger influencer did. So anyway, those are just some open thoughts. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.